going to get into an open session where you can ask me any question, and therefore it is a relaxed setting today. Let us start. Sip Atmanand, Sip Sadanand, Sip Siri and Sachin, Sip Alak, Anand, Bliss and Rajanand, Sip Girija, Sukhi, Chotwani and Gigi, Sip Shair, Mini Air, Dasi and Anil, Sip Prakash, Balasaheb, Krishna and Grishanand, Sip Vikrant, Harshal, Parvati and Kavalji, Sip Sanjay, Siba, Samatma, Rumataji, Sip Ahem Atma, Siva, Chidanand, and the rest of you who are on the call. I can't see you. Welcome. Welcome to another interesting session of Ask AiR, a session where we open our real eyes to realize all the real lies that we are taught should go down the drain. We have opening Atmanan to start. But remember, 8:55 we will end. And so try to make your questions earlier so that I can give you time and answers. Yes, Atmanan.
Yeah, sure, Guruji. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
So I read this new book of yours, Action is the Secret to Attraction.
Okay.
So I always thought that all these law of attraction manifestation only work for the worldly desires. But I think I got a new perspective reading it, where you're also telling it that it can be used for the ultimate destination, like enlightenment also.
Absolutely.
So can you please guide me, like from AFA to EFE, how can one use this, like visualization or manifestation to achieve that goal?
So if you look at the book has come out again as a usual wonderful book from SIP, if you, I know what you felt, but it starts with, it says attraction, the law of attraction works. I don't remember the but I'll just tell you, I wrote it 1 year back, right? The law of attraction, it works when there is visualization. There is the thought, the visualization becomes manifestation, then there has to be action, and after visualization, manifestation, action, attraction will work. But what is the use of attraction? I say, if there is no illumination and realization, if there's no illumination and realization, then there can be no liberation and unification. I hope that's what the book takes you, if I'm not mistaken, takes you there. I don't lose an opportunity, even though they were talking of attraction. I don't use the what is there to attract? What is there in this world to attract? Nothing. You saw the Bharat Pakistan, India Pakistan war. Ultimately what? Ceasefire. Yeah, but ultimately what? Ultimately you can't keep on fighting. Can you keep on fighting, or can you go on fighting, killing each other? No, it is not a solution. So what is the ultimate? Our ultimate destination is realization. How to use attraction? Attraction through mumukshutva, jigyasu. Through attraction means you are using manifestation. How can you use manifestation? Through being in consciousness, not being in the mind state. If you're in the mind state, what will you manifest, Atmanand? If you're in the mind state, you will only be manifesting misery, ignorance, negativity. So you still the mind. You go into a state of consciousness. You plant seeds of awakening. You have auto suggestion that I will be enlightened. I will be enlightened. I am awakened. For example, today you are awakened. In a matter of few months, you have awakened to the truth. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the ego. The ego is awakened. I am the soul. Now, you have to put that into action. This is exactly what we are talking. How can you go from AFA to EFE? You cannot go from AFA to EFE without just talking. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah से क्या होगा? You have to put it into action. Atmanand, what are you to put in action? For example, Atmanand?
I mean, attending this call is one of the things.
Attending this call is one part. After attending this call, if you have learned that I am not, what have you learned? I'm not the.
I'm not the body. I'm not the mind.
And then?
I'm the soul. Soul is sip. I am sip.
And then?
And then see sip in all,
Uh,
serve sip in
so,
all, love sip in all.
that is action, no? How often do you go out of your house and love sip and all? How often do you go? How often do you touch auto rickshaw walo and say, "Bhaiya, kaisa hai? Tum aaj khana khaya? मैं कुछ खाना लेके दूं?" Very difficult because you start thinking, because he's auto driver, man. What am I doing? No, there is no auto driver. Every person is sip. This takes you to a different level. The way you talk to people, the way you serve people, the way you are able to love people. This is action. And this action will lead that through attraction, this action will take you to destination realization. So it's a lot of action needed. And what? Manifestation. Those thoughts which we talk in this call, we talk many good things in this call. What if we don't manifest those? What if we don't visualize those? What if we don't attract those into our life? Then it will just come on the call, good words, good satsang, and go out of the call. 1 hour of peace. 1 hour of peace you will get in this call. But what about eternal happiness? What about Satchit Anand? That needs action. And attraction cannot work without action. This is the essence.
So, earlier I used to chant Om Namah Shivaya. So now I keep repeating Atmoham, Shivoham, Soham, which means I am the
Very,
Atman.
very good.
Shivoham, I am pure consciousness. Soham means I am that. I am Satchit Anand. So
Yes,
this repetition also, will it help? Is that also an action?
absolutely. They're repeating this.
Yeah.
Of course, because see, okay, what is happening? Suppose you keep saying Atmoham, Atmoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. What are you doing? You are playing something which will become visualization and will become a manifestation because that is being planted in your consciousness. Suppose you keep on saying, "Arey yaar, India-Pakistan war, what yaar? Agar mujhe if the drone hits me, what will happen yaar?" Then that is playing in your consciousness. Whatever are so in the book of it's a very good book. I don't know what you felt. The book says
No, no,
that
excellent book. In fact, I think we should recommend this to many first timers because only when certain material things are also achieved, people will come to spirituality. At least that's what I feel.
yeah,
So two things which I really liked was which I didn't know before reading this book was, hey, this can be used also in the spiritual domain. That was a big eye opening for me. And the second thing also, you say that it is the synchronicity between the law of attraction and the law of karma. So certain things will also happen because sometimes people manifest, they take action in the sense of doing things, but also it's also going to depend on the seeds that we have planted, right? So that was a good explanation also of why even if you use affirmation, visualization, also things may not work because we also have to look at it from the deed side. So those were
law of law of attraction can't work on its own.
correct.
Law of attraction can only work along with the law of you have to synchronize with the law of action. Without I always in the book I say if you remove from attraction, if you remove action,
ATTR, you have also given some words, some random thoughts or something, right?
ATTR, a thought that roams.
Thought better works, correct.
What is ATTR? Atra is nothing. Attraction. Attraction is attraction. A thought that roams with action becomes attraction. Okay, good. Anything else? Otherwise, Kamalji. Sunday, easy day. I'm having chai. If you'll have no questions, of course, Kamalji is here on the field.
Shivam Guruji,
Shivam, sir.
although I heard both the days on Zoom and in the night, but I felt that I missed something because these 2 days, although I went through the whole YouTube 1 hour thing, but it didn't give me that kind of happiness which I get when I am in the interactive mode.
It's different now, Kamalji. When you are when you are in this live mode, it's like watching a live cricket match and watching a recorded cricket match.
I
फर्क तो
know.
बहुत है ना. If you watch live cricket match देखना अलग है. Live cricket match तो चल the moment you say recorded, अरे छोड़ recorded match में क्या है?
And I have one question. During these 2 days when I was not in interactive mode, so I was thinking about your aha moment, and when you went for Talash and you read so many books and all that, I just want to know which, I know you have read so many books, But can you tell me which is the book which triggered you to go to get into that aha moment?
Actually,
What did it?
let me tell you, I read several books that led to the aha moment or it led from AFA to EFA. And I've shared these books. There is no secret. The books
Mhm.
I read Atma Bodha. I read Tattva Bodha. I read Drig Disya Viveka. I read Upadesa Sara. I read the fifth book. Before I read Viveka Chudamani. I read Aparoksh Anubhuti. So, Nani Yar from Ramana. So I read about, I read about Vivekananda. I read one of Vivekananda's book. How come I'm missing one book? Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha, Upadesa Sara, Siddhasya Viveka. One more book is so I there are many books I read, and in fact I have even written in my books what I've read. But Kamalji, the books that I read only gave me what in French they call mise en place. Mise en place. Mise en place means there's a beautiful word mise en place. Mise en place means we cut all the vegetables and we keep everything prepared.
Mhm.
So it's only a mise en place. Bliss will be able to tell us what is mise en place, a French word.
Mhm.
So for then, how do you cook it? The cooking cannot come from a book.
Yeah, that is art of it has to be one has
Okay,
to do it himself.
let me give you one simple thing. Okay. For example, neti neti.
Yeah,
What is neti neti?
not this, not this, not this, all that.
No, only two. Not the only not this,
Not
not
this, not
this.
not this, not this.
So, so when you say so simple, na eti, not this body, not this mind, then
Mm.
how can you reach Tattvamasi? There is no direct connection.
But neti
I'm just
neti
giving you
doesn't, no, neti neti doesn't mean this, no mind, no body. Neti neti means not this, not this. That is the process of elimination to reach, go
what
to
is what. But
Tattvamasi.
what is this neti neti? The neti neti, not this is not this body and not this mind. These are the two keywords. If I am not the body, if I am not the mind, then who am I?
Then that's okay. That is Nanu Yaru.
So no, that is Tattvamasi. When you do neti, you jump to Tattvamasi.
Now that I'm that, I'm that.
Ah, but only from neti can you jump. So
Mhm.
all these books will reach you only up to neti. These books will take, but for you to jump up, you need heightened consciousness.
Now that
Since
process
you're
of
asking for these books,
uh, that
so you
process
need
of elimination is one, but then when you get exhausted with that elimination, then you become helpless. Then it's when there is something beyond, and that is Tatvam Asi.
correct.
Correct.
So this is the and these are the books I read which only made me realize Tattva Bodha. What did Tattva Bodha tell me? Tattva
Uh,
Bodha told me I'm not this Tattva Bodha means हम ये शरीर जो है, this
uh,
body is made of Tattva. Then
five.
Atma Bodha. Atma Bodha means I am that, I am the soul.
Okay, okay.
Then Drisya Viveka, Upadesa Sara, all these books helped me
Okay.
in the journey.
But not you can't single out any book which triggered
No,
you.
no, there is no single book that triggered.
Okay, okay. I thought I'll go read that book
And
first.
another very beautiful book was Sat Darshana. I was missing one book. It is called Sat Darshana. Sat Darshana means self realization of the truth.
To
Send it in the chat saying books I read. Okay, good.
I just, because these 2 days I was missing something and something came to me. Whatever, which book has triggered you to get into this and get into this awakened state?
Kamalji, if a book could get enlightenment, then दुनिया में millions of enlightened souls would be there.
अवेकन तो हो जाएंगे ना कम से कम.
A book is only Sravana.
मनन.
Sravana, Manana,
Yeah, then
Nididhyasana. तो श्रावण से फर्स्ट बुक से श्रावण, उसके बाद मनन, उसके
correct,
बाद मनन मतलब हाउ एम आई. अच्छा, तत्वबोधा, आत्मबोधा मतलब क्या है?
correct.
मनन. दिस इज व्हाट हु वाज आस्किंग मी. Pix was asking me today. I was on a call with Pix, and he was telling me how to I go for a retreat for one
Mhm.
month. So I was
Mhm.
guiding him. Today was a call. Many of the Zoomers had a call with me today, because
Okay.
not many, few missed. Few tried to have a call, but few missed it.
That means we
But the
can do it.
point, yeah.
Okay. We'll call
Oh,
you tomorrow.
you missed your call. No, no, we've opened up a new session. I think you missed that. That anybody wants to talk to me, I've opened up a session that
Okay,
people
done.
can call. There's a coordinator. The coordinator will fix time, and I'm able to talk wherever in the world I am.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
done.
Yeah, yeah, that was, it was, I was asking myself which book you would have read which has triggered you. If one, then I can also read, because I have read so many Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Yoganand, Arvindo. I don't know what lot I must
You
have
don't
read.
need. You don't
All of
need You don't need to read anything. What you're translating is more than enough.
okay, okay.
If you only absorb what you're translating, वो किताब ही आप translate कर चुके हैं ना, बस उससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए.
During the process of translating, there's a lot of thing happens. But वो फिर कुत्ते की पूंछ जो है ना वो फिर टेढ़ी हो जाती है थोड़ी
That
सी.
can't. The कुत्ते का पूछ cannot go with by reading. कुत्ते
I
का
know, no.
पूछ needs effort.
I know.
Okay,
This
good.
reading
Thank
books
you.
is helping me a lot, no doubt.
So that is, I'm saying you are doing enough, more than enough. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
We have got Yashwant Karma, God's will. Yashwant Karma and God's will.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, my question is, uh, normally in Indian culture, in spiritual process, we use in India, especially we use Rudraksha crystals. Is there have impact on our spiritual process? What the impact, especially the
What?
Rudraksh?
No. They have only impact on your thought process. They have no impact other than that. Nothing in this world has impact. Nothing in the world. My dear one, understand, every molecule is SIP. Every molecule. So if you say this molecule is SIP, that molecule is SIP, this is a special crystal, that is a special crystal. Nothing like that works.
No, sir.
This,
In nowadays, I heard more about the Rudraksh, more
yeah,
advertisement.
if people want to make money, how then what they will tell how to make money? Making money, it is a way to make money. Crystal, Rudraksh, this one, that stone, this gemstone, that moonstone. It is a way to make money. Don't get carried away. Okay. Anything else?
Sir, uh, and why some of the sadhus they are with beard and mustache?
Because it's a good fashion, good style, good look.
Any scientific
Yeah.
reason?
Nice, nice. If you wear dadi and you wear long hair, means you don't have to introduce I'm a sadhu. You don't have to tell anybody I'm sannyasi. People will come and fall on your feet automatically. In India, if you find a man with long beard and long hair, automatically you will fall on their feet. Yes or no?
Index of spirituality.
Yeah, because you're thinking they're God. So you go and touch their feet. Actually, they're not. Everybody is God. By having long dadi or long hair, it has no impact. Just like your crystal and your rudraksh, it has no
Sir,
meaning.
and applying kumkum or vibhuti and in forehead.
You can apply kumkum if you want as a sign of divinity. But who told me recently? Somebody is using my method. What method I've given somebody? Put a transparent sellotape on your finger. Put a
Yes.
transparent sellotape on your finger. Every time you touch that sellotape, you come to know I am SIP. Every time you come and touch the sellotape, immediately you realize I am not this body, I am not the mind, I am the divine soul. Every time you touch the sellotape on your finger, it reminds you, it takes you back into truth consciousness. This is important, being in truth consciousness.
Sir, and why is Shivalinga is like that?
What is
I get it.
Shivalinga like?
Shivalinga is the shape, a particular shape is there na. Shivalinga.
Some,
Uh,
something is round, why something is round, something is square, something is shivling shape. There are so many shapes. Why should you worry about the shape? Don't. These are all wrong thinking patterns. Ignore these, all wrong thoughts. Don't get into this is a thought that was distracting you from enlightenment. Please don't get into these thinking patterns. Okay?
Yes.
Karma.
Thank you.
Karma and God's will. Thank you, Yashwant. Karma, God's will. Sunday open session. Any question till 8:55?
Shivo Hamer, I hope
Shivoham.
you're doing well.
All
I
good.
quickly wanted to share a surreal experience which happened recently. I got a chance to meet Rahul Gandhi recently. We got into a discussion of the Shiva, Shivoham, self, and then he happened to mention exact your words, Neti Neti Tattvamasi. And when he was speaking about all of this, I saw your reflection in him. It was so surreal and beautiful. The one thought came to my mind was, okay, these words are reaching to so many places, and that's such a good news. I really wanted to share it yesterday, but I was traveling. I was on the call, but I couldn't speak, so I was just listening, and I couldn't hold myself sharing this information with you. It's important that your these words are reaching, I believe, to the right people. I have no doubt, and I strongly believe now that these five words, like you say, Neti Neti Tattvamasi, this should be the only mantra for the enlightenment. That's more than enough once we realize this. And it's so beautiful, so beautiful. So
You don't.
thank you.
Actually, thank you. The essence of life is in these 5 words. And if you
Absolutely.
want to go beyond these 5 words, 12 words of Sanatan Dharma. This is more than enough. If you actually, that's why I tell people, Kamal was asking me what book to read. I say, you don't need to read any more book. What you've already
I,
got, what you don't need anything more. In
I
fact,
didn't have any of the book handy. Otherwise, I would have definitely gifted him that. But I didn't have it. I didn't expect this coming from his mouth. But when he started speaking, I literally saw your reflection. I was like, okay, is this air or is this RG?
okay.
But that
Good.
was
I
a
did not know
beautiful
I did
experience.
not know he knows the meaning of Niti Niti Tatvamasi.
It is surprising, but it was a very good experience. And I'm so glad that these words
Was it
reach
was it
the
a
places of
spiritual
power.
was it a spiritual conference or something or what?
Oh, no, no, no. It was work related, but somehow this discussion started, and we just happened to discuss this a lot. And it was just like this call is going on, and I was just, it just felt like that you are speaking the exact same words.
Okay. Okay,
So
good you told me.
yeah.
Good. Thank
So
you. God's will.
it
Yeah.
again kind of affirmed the belief of one consciousness also, that thoughts travel, so they do to, and people who are on the right frequency with each other, they do uh, kind of tend to think similar way. So that was great. And again, thank you for keeping this up. And I think uh, your words, these five words especially, should reach more and more people somehow.
Okay, good. Good, Karma. Thank you. God's will and Ruth Anu.
Shivoham, thank you very much to have this call. Thank you for all your
Yes, sir.
the disciples. I haven't seen you for a few days, so
Where
apologize
have
for.
you been? I have been here.
I fell in love really, and I met this lady, a very high Christian sage, and it's been just talking the various aspects which are interesting and in no way contradict what you're saying, and so. I think firstly I appreciate what you do, and I think sometimes in certain Indian religions you sense a kind of discrimination, not just against Indians but also against foreigners. But as I understand, that's simply not the case with you or your temple. As far as I'm aware, everybody is welcome to attend your ceremonies. There was this great sage Ananda Mayima, for example. She was a very open-hearted person, and she would welcome everybody into her temple. But some of her temple guardians did not allow that. I don't know if that's also your case with your temple.
And anybody should be allowed into any place of God Any place of God should not be restricted, and I think that people should be allowed. This is a simple thing which should not. Nobody should stop anybody from entering a place of worship.
In her case, it was quite strict because it's to do with touching food, and you can't touch. If you touch, I can't touch. If you take this, we can't eat. There's rules like this that I've heard in Buddha. They have the same.
I don't think nothing happens if you touch food. Nothing gets contaminated. All these are wrong thought concepts in people's head.
Today I was using this. I use various images on Facebook on this Zoom. But today I had a picture of the Pope. Actually, I'm not Catholic, but I put a picture of the Pope up. And sometimes I think people think if you do that, you're Catholic. But I was quite surprised that there's a kind of annoyance even, or
why should putting up the picture of the Pope? Pope is okay. Anybody can put a picture of the Pope.
Yes, I'd like to see that really. I think there's a kind of sometimes
signal getting cut.
There's an underlying unfriendliness, and it doesn't seem very suitable. Even Christians themselves, even within one single religion, people are.
Yes, Jesus, can you hear me? Siri, can you hear me? Audio video is clear.
I can hear you.
No, I think there's some problem.
Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes. Continue with. I thought I could not hear you.
Yeah, it's even within Jesus. One of his final commandments was this: I command you that you love one another. This is to his own disciples, and yet within one single religion, often this one doesn't like this type of Christianity and so on. It's very disruptive, very ugly actually. And you see this in other religions that I don't even need to mention, where on one hand they're saying we're one group, but actually it's very clear that they're not. That's not the case at all. It's a extremely. It seems to me a sign of someone not very enlightened. So no, I think that I appreciate certainly. So firstly, I apologize for not coming, and secondly, I appreciate your open-heartedness and willingness to accept all people. So you'd mentioned at present you're doing a series of interviews, and I think all your interviews are for podcasts. Is that correct? I mean, it seems that AiR has disappeared now, has it?
No, you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes. Your interviews are all for podcasts. They're all for publications, I guess.
Absolutely. Why? I mean, the whole idea of talking to saints and talking to meaningful people is to spread the word, right? Is to spread the positive word.
Yes. Well, anyway, it might be nice if you would like to meet this very high.
Please send me the details, and then we will try to meet them up.
Very nice. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, Will. I'm sorry. I think the connection got cut for a few seconds.
I'll come back. I'll raise my hand again. I'll let to the next person, but I'll come back.
Okay. Did my connection get cut for long? Siri, did my connection get cut for too long, or few seconds? I think few seconds I just went. No. Okay. Thank you, Rutanu and Viresh.
Guruji, you emit so much of radiance and peace and bliss, and the environment, the nature at the backside of you is adding to the effect. I don't know how come you can maintain the same when you are in the Bangalore also.
For me, the background makes no difference.
This world also.
The background makes no difference. It only liberates me from being attacked. When I'm in Bangalore, I'm attacked by too many people. So when I come here, then there's nobody to attack me. Then now, for example, now it is only 5 o'clock here. So now from next 7 hours, nobody will call me. Nobody will try. Next 7 hours, I have time to reflect. So that's the difference. Okay. Any question? Otherwise, Viresh.
No.
Thank you, Viresh ji.
प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
प्रणाम।
हाँ प्रभु जी, थोड़ा सा हम ये जानना चाहते हैं, जैसे आप रिट्रीट पे जाते हैं, आजकल भी है कहीं पे, तो जो आप जगह चुनते हैं तो उसमें लिए क्या क्या खूबियां देखते हैं कि ये उसकी खूबियां हो तो हम वहां जाएं। दूसरी चीज, वहां आपका रूटीन क्या रहता है, ये थोड़ा सा जानना चाहते थे।
मेरा रूटीन में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। मैं अगर मैं यूरोप में भी गया, स्विट्जरलैंड में भी गया, तो मेरा किताब लिखना है, बुक लिखना है, भजन लिखना है, तो मैं
जी
किताब लिखता हूँ, भजन लिखता हूँ, जूम कॉल करता हूँ, इंस्टाग्राम करता हूँ, अपने
जी
कॉन्शियसनेस में रहता हूँ। ओनली फर्क क्या है, जब मैं ऑफिस में हूँ,
जी
ऑफिस में हमारे कई काम है ना, मंदिर का काम है, अनाथ आश्रम
जी
का काम है, तो कोई ना
जी
कोई काम से लोग मेरे दर पे आके पहुंच जाते हैं।
जी।
तो यहाँ पे कैसे
हाँ
पहुंचेंगे?
हाँ, यहाँ नहीं संभव है। तो जैसे ये
तो उस
जगह आपने चुनी है, तो यहाँ क्या क्या होना चाहिए, मतलब पीस है या जो भी चीज हो, क्या खूबी देखते हैं आप यहाँ पे जैसे हैं अभी?
एक्चुअली मेरा एक आदत हो गया, मैं इस जगह में
जी।
30 टाइम्स आया हूँ, 30 बार आ चुका हूँ
अच्छा
मैं कोई
अच्छा।
नए, आई डोंट गो टू अ न्यू प्लेस।
जी।
मैं कोई
ठीक है।
शहर में नहीं जाता हूँ, मैं जाता हूँ सीधा ऊपर, माउंटेन्स के ऊपर चले जाता हूँ, या मैं बीच पे चले जाता हूँ, मैं जहाँ पे कोई लोग ना हो, जहाँ पे ज्यादातर, मैं कोई
हाँ जी।
डिस्को में, पार्टी में, आवाज की जगह में नहीं जाता हूँ।
ठीक ठीक। जी।
I go to silence because we want to still the mind. We want to be in a state of consciousness. जब
जी
हम यहाँ पे आते हैं, यहाँ पे आई डोंट नो हाउ टू शो यू, बट यहाँ पे जो शहर है, मैं
जी।
दिखाता हूँ आपको। शहर कहाँ है, मैं
हाँ
दिखाता हूँ आपको,
जी जी।
फिर आपको समझ में आएगा।
हाँ नहीं, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
ये जो है ना, देखिए,
जी। हाँ।
ये है शहर,
अच्छा।
तो क्या देख सकते हैं आप?
ये एक झील है, पहाड़ियां हैं, और
हाँ,
ग्रीनरी है काफी। झील और पहाड़ियां हैं।
और
जी।
यहाँ पे नीचे पूरा शहर है,
पूरा शहर है। जी जी।
और हम शहर से दूर हैं।
अच्छा।
हम
तो
बिल्कुल, हम
जी।
यहाँ पे हैं जहाँ पे कोई नहीं है।
अच्छा, तो आप ज्यादातर यहीं पे आते हैं, होता है ना, 30 टाइम्स हम आ चुके हैं यहाँ पे, है ना?
हाँ,
आप इसी जगह पे आते हैं ज्यादातर?
नहीं, ऐसे ऐसे कई जगह हैं। द
अच्छा।
पॉइंट, द
जी
कॉन्सेप्ट इज टू बी इन रिट्रीट। टू बी इन
जी
रिट्रीट मतलब, रिट्रीट का मतलब क्या है?
जी। कि हम
जीसस
रिफ्रेश हो
जीसस
जाए।
पता है, जीसस
हाँ।
जीसस जब जीसस थे, जब
जी
जीसस को लोग तंग करते थे, तो जीसस क्या करते थे?
जी।
जीसस बोट में बैठ के चले जाते थे।
अच्छा। जी जी।
बोट में बैठ के
हाँ।
कहाँ जाते थे? जहां पे लोग
जी।
उनको ना पकड़े। जीसस चले,
ठीक।
दूर चले, बाइबल में लिखा है शायद, जीसस
जी
की स्टोरी में, कि
जी
जीसस रिट्रीट पे जाते थे। तो
जी।
रिट्रीट पे जाना मतलब कहीं दूर चले
हम्म,
जाना।
जी। ठीक ठीक। है ना?
ओके, नेक्स्ट।
अच्छा, ये
और कोई सवाल?
ये सिटी ये सिटी कौन सा है, बता पाएंगे, बता देंगे किस सिटी में हैं आप अभी?
वेवी, VEVEY, वेवी।
वेवी, फिनलैंड
वेवी,
में? अच्छा।
स्विट्जरलैंड में।
स्विट्जरलैंड में। थैंक यू प्रभु, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। पूजा, पूजा सचिन, गॉड्स विल विक्रांत। यस पूजा।
शुभम
शिवोहम।
शुभम गुरु, बहुत अच्छा लगता है आपको देख के।
हाँ,
एंड भी एक तो सर ने पूछे है कि रुद्राक्ष के बारे में, अगर पहनते हैं तो कुछ चेंजेस होता है कि नहीं, लेकिन
नहीं होता
मेरे
है।
ख्याल से नहीं। सुनिए, थोड़ा सा एक बात बोलूंगी। मुझे एक मतलब कि अम, एक मैं देवी माँ का बहुत आता है, मैं सपना में सच आता है, और जो आता है वही होता है। जैसे कि माँ बोलते हैं ये पेड़ में एक पत्ता, बेल पत्ता है, 7 8 9 इवन 18 तक मुझे मिला है उनको स्पेशल पूजा में। और एक दिन हम लोग फैमिली में गए थे, कुछ एक
देखो
जगह
पूजा,
पे होटल।
सुनो, ये सब आपके लिए होता रहेगा, लेकिन सच बात ये है, तो ये तो बहुत, ये तो आपको मतलब हमें सेपरेटली पूछना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज यहाँ पे लोग आगे बढ़ चुके हैं। इन सब बातों में विश्वास करने का मतलब कुछ नहीं है। इन सब बातों का विश्वास करने का मतलब हम कभी भगवान को नहीं पा सकेंगे, प्रभु को नहीं पा सकेंगे। ये अगर रुद्राक्ष अपने आप रख के कुछ विश्वास होना कुछ बुरी बात नहीं है, लेकिन प्रभु तो कण कण में है। प्रभु नहीं कि
हाँ
एक रुद्राक्ष में है, प्रभु तो हर कण में है। तो ये हमें जानना है। हाँ, आप मुझसे सेपरेटली बात करेंगे तो मैं आपको डिटेल में समझाऊंगा इसके बारे में।
हाँ हाँ, मेरे पास बहुत क्वेश्चंस है,
हाँ,
क्योंकि इस टॉपिक से मैं पहुंच नहीं पाती हूँ।
आप
मैं
मंडे को,
कंफ्यूज रहती हूँ।
आप मंडे को कॉल फोन नंबर लेके आप बात करना फोन पे, ठीक है?
ओके ओके।
थैंक यू
हाँ जी।
सचिन, गॉड्स विल एंड विक्रांत।
किससे फोन नंबर मिलूँ?
मंडे को देंगे आपको, या तो आप व्हाट्सअप करना, व्हाट्सअप है हमारा, व्हाट्सअप नंबर है।
हाँ मैं जूम कॉल में आती हूँ
हाँ, उस पे आप मैसेज करना, उस पे मैं नंबर भेजता हूँ।
थैंक यू।
जो जूम कॉल का डिटेल आता है उस पे आप मैसेज करना, नंबर भेजेंगे आपको।
हाँ इसी वजह से मैं बहुत कंफ्यूज है, क्योंकि मैं मतलब कि
नहीं,
मेरे पास
हम आपका
कन...
कंफ्यूजन दूर कर देंगे, चिंता मत करना।
हाँ
सचिन,
हाँ
चिंता मत करना, हाँ, आपका कंफ्यूजन दूर कर देंगे। सचिन,
Shivam Guruji, I
somebody
just
wants you
wanted to
to
say,
somebody wants you to take out confusion. You help people to take out confusion. Tell me.
Shivam Guruji, I just wanted to say on Thursday there was no call. You were in air. Air was in air. I just
Ah.
wanted to say one thing, that 1 hour I really missed you a lot. I could not say this on the Friday and the Saturday call. I actually forgot this point, but I wanted to mention this. That's it.
No, it's good to be on this call. This call is something even I told you I miss, and I want to change the flight. I'm trying to change my flight where I land and I don't miss the call, because I have a connecting flight. I miss the call. I'm trying my best to change that. Maybe it will happen soon.
It's like a habit now, to be on 8 at the call.
Thank you. God's will. Yes, will. God's will.
Shivam, thanks for taking this. So,
Your questions were getting lost because of the connection. You can ask if something missed. You can ask again, or you can move to the next.
well, I was just asking about Christianity, and I think it's likely. I mean, in the West, Christianity is more important than it is in India, and I just think that it would be nice if you seem quite an unusual teacher. There are not many people like you willing to not just embrace other religions, but to do so openly. And I don't know whether you probably encounter enemies for doing so, but I don't really. I agree with you that
No, I think we must. In fact, I was very happy to hear an imam from UAE and from Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure the name of the imam, and he was talking about how terrorism is not part of Islam. For example, he was saying it is completely condemning that there should be no terrorism. So I'm saying ultimately, God's will, whether it's Christianity or Hinduism or Islam, ultimately the truth is one. There is no two truth. There is no two gods in the world. There is only one.
exactly.
So if we can get like-minded people to synchronize and to become aligned to that fact that how can one religion condemn another religion? It is meaningless. It is completely meaningless.
Well, I'm frightened
No,
to tell people. Sometimes I'm frightened even to tell people that I'm interested in Buddhism, or you have to say you can only go one way. For some people, they're very strict, and it's very unpleasant.
no. See, I'm asking you, where did the Buddha learn his things? He learned it from Sanatana Dharma. So Buddhism is just an offshoot of the eternal truth, and Sanatana Dharma does not belong to Hinduism. Sanatana Dharma is something called the eternal truth.
I'm
And the Buddha, yeah.
I'm interested in the two religions, but I see them in some way opposite, because Buddhism is interested in pre-enlightenment factors, and Hinduism is quite willing to interested in Brahman and Atman, which Buddha doesn't touch. He only goes up to in samadhi and to the pre-enlightenment, and Hinduism does both
So,
sides.
Will, what you say is 100% correct. But what did the Buddha decide? The Buddha said, let me talk to what people can understand. For example, when AiR does two calls, right? What is the 8 o'clock call? The 8 o'clock call is for enlightenment and above enlightenment. What is the 7 o'clock call? In 7 o'clock at the Instagram called happiness, I don't talk of enlightenment.
Pre-enlightenment.
Pre-enlightenment. Because the audience of pre-enlightenment is a much bigger audience, and the audience of enlightenment is a much smaller audience. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Well, a doctor should be able to do both, but the thing is that once someone is post-enlightenment, you don't need to talk anymore because they're through the door. And
Yeah.
I think the idea for this course should be to get people through the door, and then what's on the other side, I don't need to tell you. You'll find out.
Yeah. So this call, what on 8 o'clock call, is the ultimate. If anybody comes on this, that's why I don't dilute this call. Of course, on a Wednesday, if Pooja had asked me the question on a Wednesday, Then as a beginner's session, we would talk. Because see, there's too many rituals. There are too many superstitions, too many rituals. And people get stuck in this. What do? Once you're stuck, you're stuck. You can't get out of it. It's so difficult to believe that there is anybody other than your God. I don't know, Will, whether you know this. I was once, have I told you the story? I'm not sure. I was once sitting on a beach in Hawaii. About 20 years back, I was sitting on a beach in Hawaii, and there was a girl.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm from India.
Yeah.
You know what she told me? She told me, I believe in Jesus Christ. I said, very good. And I believe in Shiva. She said, don't talk of Shiva. There is only one God, Jesus Christ. I don't talk to anybody other than that God. I don't want to discuss. Please keep your mouth shut. Don't talk. Only Jesus Christ. Nothing. Only Jesus Christ. And then what do?
Spread love to them.
So you don't get offended because that's how they have been indoctrinated. That's what they've been taught.
But
Why
I think
can't
that I have the idea, Swamiji, that everybody should be everything. Like I think that I should be able to be Hindu. I think there's no reason. I mean, there's some religions maybe wouldn't accept me on this basis, but I feel I don't see why I can't be Christian and just to adopt the same, because it's the same practice anyway. You're all.
Why do you need to be Hindu or Christian? You need to be God, and you are God.
Well, but what I'm saying is you should be allowed to call yourself Christian as anything. Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't Jesus be also your friend? Jesus is.
After all, these are just taglines. Of course, you are a Hindu and you're a Buddhist and you're a Christian and you're a Muslim and you're everything. So what is wrong? You are a divine soul, and the soul is beyond religion. Religion is just a kindergarten. You are already graduated in the university of spirituality. You don't need to go back to the kindergarten.
Part of the problem, Swamiji, is that people get very comfortable in their own religion. And I talked to someone the other day, and he said that in Gaza, where there's so much suffering, he thinks there must be a lot of people getting enlightened there because it's so painful. The only way out for some people who can do it, is to go through the door because they can't. It's so terrible. He said, if people are comfortable, they settle down, they're getting 3 meals a day, they can be meditate, but there's not enough pressure on them really to make, like with the Buddha, he was absolutely desperate. By the time of his time of enlightenment, he was nearly dead after 6 years, and he suddenly changed, and in that one night, then he got through the door.
You know what the Buddha spoke very basically. He talked of non-violence, right? He talked of ahimsa. In spirituality, you will not even kill a mosquito.
Exactly.
You will not even kill a mosquito. Forget about taking guns and shooting people down. It's out of question.
Exactly.
In any spirit, of course, that does not mean that when you are attacked, you won't protect yourself. But in spirituality, essentially, you are wanting peace. You are wanting to see God in one and all. This is the essence. There's nothing beyond that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your questions are always very interesting. We have 10 minutes to go, and we have now 2 questions. So enough time to close today. Vikrant and Prakasha. Anybody has questions? 8:55. Vikrant, Prakasha, and God's will is back. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Vikrant.
Sir, I had a question in my mind, actually. So I just wanted to know that if enlightenment is only the way to attain moksha, so in the karma, actually, if I understand that I'm doing nothing and nothing good or bad done by me. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, continue.
Yes, so if I'm not a doer and if I'm doing karma, good or bad, I will be liberated from the cycle of birth and rebirth, and I will attain moksha. So is this correct? So if a mumukshutva or a jigyasu or a jnani who has a knowledge about this, can he be free from the cycle of birth or rebirth?
Yes.
So my question was, is it?
Yeah. Your question was, if one is free from the cycle of karma, can a person be free from rebirth? This is in summary your question, correct?
Yes, and Yes, sir. Yes, this was the first question. And connected to it, my question was that is enlightenment the only way? Means if I know this,
Wait, Vikrant, what is enlightenment?
enlightenment means knowing the truth,
Not knowing, realizing.
realizing. Okay.
Not knowing. What is the difference between knowing and realizing?
Knowing means knowing at an intellect level, and realizing means self-realization, I guess.
Okay, good. So you may know I'm not the body, mind, and ego. Okay, you may know.
Yes, sir.
But even though you know, maybe you're doing karma as a body, mind, ego. If
Right.
if you're doing karma as a body, mind, ego, then you're creating karma.
Right.
But if you realize I'm not the body, mind, ego, and you realize I'm not the body, mind, ego, then where is the question of doing karma? You're not the body that's doing karma. You're not the mind and ego. You are the divine soul. Then there is no karma.
Yes, sir. So,
And the moment there is no karma, if there's no karma, there's no rebirth.
right. When there is no
Where are
karma, there
you?
is no rebirth.
Yeah.
So the question now, I know that anything I'm doing, good or bad, is not done by me.
No,
So
sorry, wrong. Anything you've done, good or bad, the moment you're doing bad means you don't understood. Why should you do anything bad?
No, sir, I'm not doing anything bad, but I'm just saying.
A person who is enlightened will only do good, will never do bad.
Yes. So, sir, any karma done by me, the good karma that I'm doing, if I'm realizing that I'm not doing it, मतलब मैं वो कर्म का भोगी नहीं होना चाहता हूँ, मुझे पुण्य नहीं चाहिए.
Correct.
So, in this case, so is it that I will not take rebirth again?
Absolutely. If what you're saying actually is the reality of your life, it should not be at an intellectual level. If you really have realized I am not Vikas, I'm not doing anything, I'm an instrument of Prabhu, I'm only doing Prabhu's will, no bad, only goodwill, I don't seek anything from this goodwill, I don't want rewards, mujhe phal nahi chahiye, then the karma is not yours, then you get moksha, you get nirvana.
Okay, so the understanding that I have right now is okay. Means
it's correct.
The things, yes, that is means a correct understanding I have.
Only I made one correction. What is the correction I made?
You said that it should not be to an intellect level. You should have a realization towards it.
Yeah, and you said if I do any good or bad.
Yes, sir. Yes, but knowing or unknowingly, we do a lot of karma, sir.
When you do karma and when you do karma unknowingly,
yes,
it is not karma.
Okay. So that
karma is only
that my question was.
Karma is only what is done knowingly.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I understood this.
Yeah.
And I have a second question, sir.
Yes. Yes.
If there is an awakened person, so
yes,
sir, can that awakened person have emotions, anger, or emotions like that?
Anger. Why will an awakened person have anger?
Means if something is going wrong, if he has explained 2, 3, 4 times, and the person in front of him is not realizing what is wrong or what is okay.
No.
So can he express himself?
An awakened person may use his temper. He will never lose his temper.
Yeah. Yes, right, sir.
मतलब वो अपने कॉन्शियसनेस में वो टेम्पर यूज कर सकता है, ऐसा बोल सकता है.
Yes.
लेकिन he will not lose his temper.
So I had written here, means I had written when I ask a question to you, I write it down. So I had written down that a person who has a steady intellect, means who is an awakened person, so he will be more responsive, and the person who's in the control of the mind will be more reactive. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely. Because in the mind state, you have no control of your reaction. In the mind state, the mind is creating some impulse and you react.
Right.
But if in you're awakened, then there's no mind. Then you're in consciousness. In consciousness, you will not react. You will use your intellect. You will discriminate and you will respond.
Yes, sir. That's it, sir. That one was my question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We have 2 more questions today. We have Prakasha and God's will. 4 more minutes.
Good evening, Guruji.
Yes, Prakasha.
Good evening and namaste, Guruji. I wish you happy Mother's Day, Guruji.
Oh, wish you the same. And all the mothers on this call. All mothers on the call who feel they are mothers. Rumata ji is on the call or not? रूमा जी को मैसेज नहीं भेजा है
All
मदर्स डे.
ammas wish you happy Mother's Day to you, all madam and mothers.
Yes, continue.
Guruji, I should say thanks. I should say thanks to your mother, Guruji. She gave great son to the nation like you. Is a very
Ah,
great person you are. I should
okay.
say thanks to that, Amma. Guruji, I have a question. As
Yes.
per Hinduism culture instructions and divinely and spiritually, before marriage, in the young age we did some mistakes. So having sex and this and that. This is a wrong thing or this is okay? As per in the age we acted like that. This is a bad for going for next further remaining ages. This is a bad or good, Guruji?
As long as whatever you have done bad, correct?
Oh, yes, Guruji.
If
Yes,
you
Guruji.
realize that is not you are not the body, mind, ego, all bad things are wiped out.
Okay, okay,
The moment you are getting mukti means what? Freedom from all karma.
okay,
Why?
Guruji.
I'm asking one question, Prakasha.
Okay,
What you
Guruji.
might have done 5 years back, correct?
Correct.
Can you change it today?
No, no, Guruji, not
Then
possible.
what's the point of worrying about it?
Because that karma will attack me and
No,
my coming.
if the karma will attack you, you just keep on doing good karma. First step. Don't do bad karma.
Okay,
What is, see, understand clearly what I'm telling. What
okay,
happened 5 or 10 years back? I'm again asking, can you change it?
no, no, Guruji.
Then why think about it?
Okay,
Don't even think about it.
okay, Guruji. But
You
that
must only
guilty will.
no need of any guilt. Don't even think about it.
Okay, Guruji.
What you must do now, you must close the door on the past.
Okay,
First
Guruji.
point, you must do good karma, only good
Okay.
karma.
Okay,
And second point, you must get enlightenment. If you get enlightenment, you are free from all karma.
okay, okay,
That is all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else.
okay, okay.
Okay. Last question,
Okay.
God's will. Thank you,
Thank
Prakasha. Last question, God, but good question, huh? Very good question. What
Thank you,
Prakasha
Guruji.
asked a very deep question that something I did 5 years back, 10 years back, I did something wrong. So what can you do about it? Oh, I'm living with guilt. So many people are living with guilt. What are you wasting your time with guilt? Oh, I regret. Oh, I did like this. I should have done like that. I could have done like this. I wasted my years like this. I did like that. What is the use? You're wasting you're not only you're wasted your life, you're wasting your life. So move on. Yes, God's will. Last question.
So you answered the first half of this question. What you said to the previous gentleman, it was very helpful. Actually, what you said, you have to be free of the mind and ego, and then that is freedom from karma.
No, you're thinking of the past is meaningless. Even I must tell this to you. It is completely meaningless. You agree with me? Just I'm asking you a question, God's will. What can you do to the past? Can you go and change it?
No.
At least you can change the future. You can change the present. You can change the present and improve the future. Why think of the past?
Yes.
Continue.
The second part of this is that if you go down a dark path, there are forces which are truly dangerous. In my experience, I feel that. I kind of feel this issue very strongly. If you go down a dark path, and you almost need
if you go down the dark path, that's the mistake you're making. Because according to me, there is no dark path. When you're choosing a dark path, it means you are choosing a dark path. I know not of a dark path. Why are you creating? I'm asking you a question, my dear Will. Who is creating the dark path?
Well, I think it's a place of darkness that you
No,
create.
no. Please think again and tell me who is creating the dark path.
The body, the ego.
It's the mind and ego. If you are in consciousness, that SIP is everywhere in everything. Can there be a dark path?
Not if there's SIP. If SIP's in charge, there's no dark path. If SIP is
If SIP is in every molecule of this universe, then can there be a dark path?
not if there's SIP.
Then why do we believe that there's any other place where the SIP is not? There is no place, my dear God's will. There is no place in this universe where there is no SIP. Every molecule of this universe is SIP. Where is the dark path? The dark path is created by the torturous mind, a mind which you cannot find. Getting my point?
I get the theory of it, but still I feel very frightened.
No, I'm telling you, okay, forget the theory part of it. You always worry about things that you have done in the past.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you the question, justify. What is the meaning? Is it meaningful or meaningless?
But it's meaningful. I mean, it's to do with freedom from karma.
No, sorry. If I'm asking you, my dear Will, if you cannot go back to that past and change it, is it meaningful to think about it?
No.
But you can change today and do something good today. So should you be thinking about yesterday, which you cannot change, or should you be thinking about today, which you can do something about?
Think of today, which you can do something about.
Then why waste time in that past which is gone?
Yes, sir.
Get my point, Will?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
No, that's it. Thank you, sir.
My dear friends, before we close today's call, very interesting questions. And these questions take me further into consciousness, deep introspection. And every time when I come to a place like where I am, I just sit quietly. I sit quietly with my eyes closed, even with my eyes open, looking into nothingness. And I think how foolish we human beings are. We continue to live in a past that is gone. We live with regret, shame, and guilt. What do you expect our life will be built on? We are such fools that we don't realize that we are God. We don't realize that God is everywhere, in everything. And what are we doing? Wasting our life. Wasting this precious breath, which will only be there up to death. And what are we doing? Wasting that time with the mind and ego. Isn't it so foolish that we are the divine? We are manifestations of SIP. But still, instead of being SIP, we slip. We don't even realize that this opportunity of life is to realize we are God. And instead of being God, we are everything else. We can love God. We can see God. We can serve God. God is everywhere, in everything. But we are missing out on it. Because we are living as the body, mind, ego. We are caught in samsara. We are caught in this maya. We are caught in this lila. Our mind is taking us to irrelevant past. Nothing matters. Our mind is taking us into a future which is not even existing. We are losing this present moment. This moment is beautiful. This moment is peaceful. This moment is blissful. When are we going to discover the purpose of our life on earth? When are we going to treasure this beautiful human birth? When are we going to transcend the body, the mind, the ego? When are we going to be free from meaningless things? Meaningless things. Meaningless conversations. Meaningless entertainment. When are we going to go from entertainment, which is so ordinary, to enlightenment, which is so ecstatic, has such a euphoria of joy, of peace, of love, of bliss? It's time for us. And this call, my dear Sip, is a gift from you for all of us to contemplate. And every day at 8, when we open the gate, 1 hour we are with you, my dear Sip, and you give us such beautiful insights. May we continue to make the best of this 8 to 9. Folded hands.